This week, while Rob was away on vacation, I took some time in the shop to build some playful shelves for my daughter. So put down your tools, guys, it's time for a maker break. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Sarah, and like I said, Rob was on vacation this week, and while he was gone, I had the whole shop to myself. So I decided to build some playful shelves for my daughter so we can mount them on the wall and display some of her unicorns. Here's how it went. My daughter needed some shelves for her unicorn collection, but I wanted something cute and found a bunch of plans for some adorable hexagon shelves. And it looked easy enough to do on my own, so I grabbed the wood I needed and got cutting. That's a 1x4. We have a ton of these laying around. I started by sanding it down. Now to make hexagons, I needed to make 6 identical pieces, all with 30-degree cuts. So I first tried to cut them with my circular saw. As you can imagine, this left a lot of room for error. You can kind of see right here that I totally missed my mark because I couldn't see the blade very well. I eventually ended up cutting them all with my miter saw with a stop block instead, which worked out far better. Once they were all cut, I stacked them up and laid them out, and they fit just okay. Now to glue them up, I decided to lay them out on a strip of 2-inch painter's tape end to end, then added my glue and rolled it all together. Then I just added a few brad nails to hold them in place while the glue dried. And it seemed to work fine. It even stood up on its own. But when it dried, I took off the tape and the joints weren't all that great, and to be honest, it was way bigger than I wanted it to be, so the next day I decided to try again. So once again I set up my miter saw to 30 degrees and measured out my wood. Never leave a wild tape measure unattended. Once I got my dimensions right, I set up a stop block to make all of my cuts consistent. After that, I just had to make all of my cuts. Then I pieced it together and it was so much nicer this time. Look how cute! Then once again, I just taped them up, glued the joints, and rolled them together. Then I put in a few brad nails and let them dry. I ended up making 3 of these, painting this one white, another one green, and left one natural. After they were dry, I used some command strips to hold them to the wall, and they're adorable! I decided to let Zoe decorate them herself with all of her stuffed corns. What? That girl can call them whatever she wants. So yeah, I definitely hit a couple bumps. I had to do more math than I particularly cared to do, but all in all, I learned a lot. I worked in the shop by myself, which isn't necessarily always fun, but I'm really happy with how they turned out, and she loves that we get to display some of her unicorns up on the wall in her bedroom. So I had fun. I want to thank Heart for sponsoring this episode and reminding us we can build anything we can imagine if we do it with heart. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our content that comes out during the week. All right, guys, the break's over. Go make something.